Hello everybody, my name is Gorilla, but you can call me Rilla, and welcome to another game of Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, this episode, it got really scary. There weren't necessarily jump scares, but you probably get scared a little bit if you saw those. Oh my goodness. A lot of things happened this episode, so I hope you guys enjoy the video, and leave a like, subscribe, it would really help out the channel. And yeah, enjoy the video. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. Alright, so if you guys didn't watch my last episode, Sayori is a childhood friend, I believe, and she's depressed, and it's very out of character for her, so I hope she's not dead. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yudi and I painted is dry, and I gently roll it up to take it with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yudi at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Rilla, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yudi would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she's overslept. She said, Sayori, said, what was she said? She said something about Monica is right. So you said something to her. I'm on to you, sister. Yeah, she'd overslept again. That's that dummy. You think that on days it's this important she'd try a little harder? Alright, bro, you ain't gotta talk to her like that. You know what she's going through, bro. I say that, but I suddenly remember when Sari told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel off. Exactly, you idiot. Knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to her wake her up after all. Ha 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 ha. You should take a little responsibility for her, Rilla. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Whoa, how'd you know about this exchange? Monica, you know about, yeah, how do you know about this, huh? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. You are stalking me. I know you. But, I stammer embarrassed. Did Sayre really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. No. That's you're giving me very creepy vibes. I don't like you. Eh? Monica is as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a little chilled down. Exactly. She's creepy. You're not noticing this? Like, she's creepy. She knows stuff. A lot of stuff that I don't want to be known. I grabbed one of the pamphlets, lay it out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she's practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Percent. Get out of my head. What the heck? Get out of my head. Yo, this is creepy. Get out of my head. I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head. I listened to everything she said to me. Get out of my head. I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. What the heck? Ah, what is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Rilla, what's wrong? Ah, nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so ah, well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? Alright. Jeez. Yeah, let's go get Sayori and see what she's writing about. I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls out to me after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? Yeah, what were you thinking, bro? Like you just left her, didn't even come check on her, and look at the poem. Now you're gonna. Oh my goodness, this guy's dumb. I should have tried a little harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking to her school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs and what I want to give to her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer and she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. It's dark. She relieves a heavy sleeper. I swallow. Can't believe I ended up doing all this after all. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. That's really something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Oh, jeez. Please no jump scares. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter a room like this. It's kind of a breach of privacy, but she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Oh! Oh! What? Oh! Oh! An exception has occurred. What? Bro, what the fuck? What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Bro, no! Oh my. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. Oh no! Told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her? I should have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. And why did I confess to her? Make her feel even worse. Is that why? No. Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, remained friends with her just like it always has been, I could have prevented this. I could have prevented this. I screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do bring her back. Isn't some game where I can just reset and try everything different, something different. I could do that, but this game is really long, and I'm pretty sure I'd have to reset everything. So yeah, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Sayori. I only had one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in life is worth than hers. Worth. Oh my gosh, worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed for me. And now, I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. Is that it? Oh, what? What? What is that? What? I see an annoying girl running down towards from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention drawings or so. That girl is, I can't read that, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it's just kind of works but out because you've known each other for so long. Are we just restarting the whole story? We used to walk together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of me and let I'm gonna call her C catch up to me. Oh! What? No. What? What just happened? I didn't even click anything. What? It's an ordinary day, school day like any other. Mornings are unusually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. Always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while preferring my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like we were going to play but it's not like there's going to be any girls in there anyway. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over because I know it. After I pack my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs? There really aren't any that interested me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Rilla? No! Stop! Monica. Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see her there. It's been a while, right? Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm scared. Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class. Okay, so I'm assuming this guy forgot who Sayori was because, yeah, this is not the same story. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? Haha, debate club. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing about arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you join? Okay, you are the villain of this story. Because apparently she I don't know. At this point, I don't even know. Actually, I'm starting a new one. Gosh, Jesus. Oh, a literature club. A literature? A literature. Sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? Hahaha. It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. 3? Oh wait, okay, no, my math was off. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything but reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members can even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Rilla. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at least, oh my gosh. If you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome. You're really sweet, really, you know that? Don't say that, I don't like you. Stranger danger. It's really nothing. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible. Is that what's happening? Is Monica like the devil? Did he just sell my soul? Wait, no, because he said the same thing to Sayori. I timidly followed Monica across the room upstairs in a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. What the God! Eh, a guest? I'm gonna be a little farther. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. You know, you probably can't hear me. Let me go closer. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Rilla. ... All words escape me in the situation. This club, it's full of incredibly cute girls. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't like Monica, who's on the left. I don't like you for, I don't know, I just hate you. In the middle, that's Natsuki. And then there's Yuri. She's freaky. Alright? She, all these girls have problems. The only normal one was Sayori, and she's gone. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with a sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Also, now you're the vice president. Okay. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid. She seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's kind of nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Rilla in the classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica. Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? Yeah, weren't you supposed to make me cupcakes? But that was the old timeline, I guess. I was going to. Well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you sit down, Rilla? The girls have a few arranged desks to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. You could put it that way. Jeez, I need to learn how to read. And then we can all really grow this club before we can graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all. I clicked the mouse by accident. Okay. Monica must have had worked really hard to just find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I don't like tea, but that's my opinion, you know. I respect other people's taste. I personally just don't like tea. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not true. Insulted, Yuri? Who is Yuri? Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Rilla, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. We're going basically through the same thing. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story is such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yudi goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. Jesus, I'm so dyslexic. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you off the Oh my gosh, you're like tongue twisters to me. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Ah, I read a lot of horror book once. I read a horror book once. Gee, I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yudi might as well be having conversation with a rock. Ah ha ha, I'd expect that from you, Yudi. It suits you personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes you think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. I hate you. Oh, is that why? You know what? It's a new start. Basically, this is a new timeline. I don't know you yet, I, I'll try to be friendly with her. Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over for me for a split second. Never mind. You know what? She's actually the only. I don't like her, but that was the past. This is a different time, different day, everything. Alright, this is different. These two are. She's freaky and she's creepy. Alright, creepy and freaky, freaky and creepy. Alright, she's the only normal one here, so I'll try to get friendly with her. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called "Don't Say It Out Loud" and give me that back. Fine, fine. Natsuki, write your own poems. Really? I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. I'm a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing them even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yudi? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Dot dot dot. I guess it's the same for Yudi. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Question mark. Natsuki and Yudi look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Da, 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 da. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I don't know how I feel about this. All right, no jump scares, nothing. Do you agree as well, Rilla? Hold on, there's still one problem. I was about to say ill. I don't know why. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I've never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Eh. The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. Guess I need to tell you the truth, Rilla. The thing is, you don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. Yeah, you would have had 4 if, you, yeah, you, I'm keeping an eye on you, alright? I know you. You're evil. You're evil incarnate. You're the female Michael Myers or something like that. I've been trying really, really hard to find new members, and if we don't find one before the festival, dot dot dot, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls light up. The girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Rilla? Yeah. Could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting in a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Writing a poem to bring the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks at me once more. Really, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. I'm looking forward to how I can leave this game. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll just be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. Can't wait. With that, what was it? With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls: Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. My phone. Oh my goodness. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure to make good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Jeez, I need to slow down. Alright, You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Yes. Oh my gosh. Can you hear me? Oh God! Or, okay. Incapable or sure, romance. I'll just skip ahead, guys. Oh gosh. Hi again, Rilla. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Really, I've been considering it, okay? No, don't worry about it. This will be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. What the Yuri, your face. There was something on your face. You want me to clean it off? You want me to grab the washcloth again? Thanks for keeping your promise, Rilla. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of commitment for you. Making you dive head first into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh my gosh. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Oh my goodness. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. That's it. Okay. I can't read. Then have a big mouth for someone's manga collection in the club room. What does that say? Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Monica plows back into her seat. I'm sorry, Rilla. We'll make sure to put your comfort up first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway. Now that you're in a club and all. Okay, let me just take a breather. Who was that one laughing, though? Now that you're in a club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right to me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. Ooh. If you don't really want to, then don't forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read it often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Is it me or is the screen getting closer? Are you sure? I just feel like, yeah, the screen is getting closer. Well, as vice president and all, that's I should help you get started on. It's getting really close, and I don't like it. Yudi reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I brought. Why is he getting so close? Discuss. This is how is this girl accidentally being so cute? Even she even picked out a book that. Oh my god! I'm just gonna skip. Your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Okay. We're just gonna skip that? Okay. Alright. Now that everyone's settled and I expect Monica to kick off some more. That doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's always buried in the book. Can't help but notice her intense. I'm so scared. Natsuki's rummaging around the closet. Who was that girl laughing? And who said that? Who wrote that? Was that Sayori? That had to be Sayori. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in class. She needs a hand. You look... Oh, this is new. You looking for something in there? What? Here puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. Why did I stuttered in mid word? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of the shelves. That's all manga? That's a lot, Jesus. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand, then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know what that feels. I get a closer look at the box. She's said she's admired me. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go through the glass on that door. Dang, alright. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging or anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. Ugh. A hiccup. But I'll tell you one thing, Rilla. Considering this is a lesson, don't judge a book. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of the Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my face. I stare at the cover. Features 4 girls in a colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly Mo. Doesn't just stand there. Ooh-ah. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me right out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why is that? I guess it's easier to get close together like this. I don't know what's... Dash? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can't feel her peering over my shoulder, more eager to begin reading than I am. Whoa! How long has it been since I have read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can't talk to the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Kinda grew up out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Are you sure this isn't boring you? It's no, this is. Alright, sure. I'll take that. I like this movie. Why does she look like. Never mind, never mind. Even though you're waiting watching me. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something like someone else. Always get excited. Always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. Doesn't she kind of look like Sayori in a way? You don't? Um, that's not. Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Ah, sorry. Hmm. Look like I could ever get any of my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being like all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? It makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Hmm? Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, like, I feel like I can't even keep up in my own room. My dad would beat. Oh, okay. At least it's safe in the room. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. Your dad beats you. I'm sorry. I didn't know that. Now I just feel like a butthole. I've been saying I hate this lady. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Natsuki. Apologize. I just can't win, can I? Well, it's paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe, but at least you're enjoying yourself, right? Dash. Da da da. So, ah, geez, that's enough. Are you going to keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Da da da. Da da da. Da da da. Da da. Bro, am I gonna get jump scared? Time passes. Natsuki's strangely quiet now. I glance over at her because she's sleeping. Looks like she started to. Okay, I was expecting a jump scare. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah. Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into it. Oh, wait. Oh, that was her falling. Okay. What the? Natsuki, okay? You should see a doctor. Your eyes, your mouth. What is happening? What the? Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Oh, here. Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. What? What is happening? Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears up the wrapper. Tears up the wrapper. I told you not to give in. She doesn't seem. She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, Rilla. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. Every now and then. That's why I always keep on a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? Who should I show my poem to first? Let's go Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Question mark? Okay, well let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't really like giving you my opinion. Huh? Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. Ooh. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems. That's what I had in mind when reading about this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Ooh. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poems if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. Da, da, da. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Urk. Natsuki retort. Retort? What does that even mean? Gets caught in their throat. You're so. you, you don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I said that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure it out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can. Okay, we read this. Yeah, we read this. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't it the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then it made it flat on purpose. Helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did it. Guess more went into that than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Glad you learned something. Didn't expect you from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but Natsuki is feeling proud when I won't take that away from her. Okay. Yuri. Da da da. Da da da. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. This is your first time reading a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Oh, so it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? No, I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gone anywhere. Jesus. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just that there's a specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Having been through myself, I have learned to pick up on them. Oh, jeez. I think the most noticeable thing I've recognized. Whoa. Why did my left? There we go. Okay, my earphone just stopped working for some reason. The left one. I think the most noticeable thing I'm recognizing in writers is that they try to make the new style very deliberate. Is that how you say it? In other words, they tend to pick up writing separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes together with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I should be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself or to me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if there's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? I'm just gonna let you guys read that because I can't read that. I'm not even gonna try to read that. Da, da, da. I'm sorry I have such a terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking about that at all. But it took you a long time to read. It just took me 3 seconds. Ah, Well, I just don't need read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. I hope you're into ghost, Yudi. I didn't know you were into ghosts, is what I meant to say. Ooh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Rilla. Really? I just totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. Is this game symbolic, maybe? I feel like this game is symbolic. It has to be, because I don't understand what's happening right now. Sayori, for some reason, is gone. She apparently is non-existent now. And a lot of creepy stuff is happening, and so I'm a little freaked out. I'm like 2 feet away from my mic. Thing on you. And then there's Monica. She's creepy. Oh. She just gave me the tingles. Hi, Rilla. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the clubs, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? You're always listening, huh? Yeah, I know you're listening. You're always listening. You can probably hear me right now. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Rilla. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? It's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Rilla. Really. It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something that Suki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Atsuki, then always keep a snack on you. Alright. She would cling to you like a puppy. You have to call her out like that. That was kind of rude. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood. Oh, now I feel bad for calling Natsuki all those things. I didn't know her dad was abusive, but sometimes she just loses all her strength and shuts down. Like earlier, this is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition. But hey, some guys are into it, petite girls, too. You know what? Okay. Sure. Sorry, just trying to look up the right side. Okay. You kind of got a little too deep in there. Anyway, do you want to read my poem? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel the same way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Alright, hole in wall, but he wasn't. Okay, this is different, I think. Hole in wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. My burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sounds of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right here. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. Oh, okay. So what do you think? It's very freeform, is that's what we call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, this kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When I performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming out strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if the music is different. Or is it the same? I don't know. It sounded different. Anyways, even if they put it being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica's writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yudi and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each other's expressions change. Natsuki's... My phone, bro. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yudi smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns in the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clear about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it doesn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Rilla did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Rilla liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yudi. That's not what Yudi stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Rilla appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make something to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh. Well, you know what? I wasn't the only one whose boobs magically grew. I forgot about this one. Natsuki, that doesn't involve you taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as a... What the... Hey! No! What is happening? You want to be... edgy? Life is too much for someone mental... What is happening? See, just standing proves my point. Most people learn to... What is happening? If you stick in your attitude, you think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing up and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful. You might actually cut yourself on the edge, Yudi. Oh, my bad. What is happening? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What? Oh, yeah, go on. Let Rilla hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yudi turned to me as if she noticed I was standing here. Rilla, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. What is happening? What is happening? What the? Yo! Monica? Hi, how you doing? My name is Rilla. What do you want me to do? You want me to click? Ta 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 ta. Hey Rilla, why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Alright, I will. Sorry about that. You know what? That's the okay. That's the end of the episode, guys. Rilla signing out. Oh my goodness, what is wrong with this game?